What if I told you God organized the wilderness like a divine moving company with sacred bubble wrap, holy packing lists, and the Levites who basically invented handle with care? Hey family, I'm Nicodemus O. Smith here on Study the Bible Not the Sermon TV, and this is the weekly Torah portion commentaries, where we slow down, open the scriptures, and actually study the Bible, not the sermon. Turn up. Let's get into something almost nobody teaches, but absolutely everybody should know. Now, part one of this video segment is about Numbers chapter 4, verse 21 through 29, and I call it the text we skip, but God didn't. Now, Numbers 4, 21 through 49 is one of those passages where most people's eyes glaze over before they finish the first verse. But this chapter is God's logistics manual, a sacred blueprint for how the Levites were supposed to carry the tabernacle through the wilderness. And here's the wild part. It's not even random. It's not boring. It's Genesis 1 all over again. In Genesis 1, God takes a world that is formless, empty, and dark, and he brings order, structure, purpose, boundaries, roles, functions. Numbers chapter 4 is the same pattern. God taking a wandering people and shaping them into a community that can carry his presence responsibly. This is not just packing instructions. This is formation. This is identity. This is purpose under pressure. Having said that, let's quickly move into section 2, the funny but true revelation. And let's be honest, if you've ever moved houses, then you know chaos. You know the why do we own this moment. You know the who packed the fish tank with bath towels moment. But in Numbers chapter 4, God says, no, not in my house, not in my presence, and not my people. So what do? He assigns the Kohathites, carry the holy things, but don't touch them or you'll die. The Gershonites carry the curtains, the ropes, and the coverings. The Merarites carry the heavy frames, the poles, and the bases. It's like God said, Kohathites, you're the fragile item crew. And Gershonites, you're the soft goods team. Merari Knights, y'all out of muscle. And then, this is my favorite part. God makes Moses and Aaron count every single man eligible for the work. Not because God forgot the numbers, but because the people needed to know they were seen, known, and assigned. This is God saying, you matter. Your role matters. Your work matters. And my presence is worth carrying well. And lastly, let's talk deep reflection. As in, what does this mean for us? Numbers chapter 4 is a reminder that God is not chaotic. God does not move recklessly. God prepares his people before he sends his people. And God assigns roles, not based on status, but on purpose. Some of us are trying to carry things God never assigned to us. Some of us are frustrated because we're comparing our calling to someone else's calling. Some of us are exhausted because we're lifting the Merarite beams with Kohathite energy. But then what? Numbers chapter 4 comes and whispers, stay in your assignment. Carry what God gave you. And trust that your role is part of something bigger than you. All right, come in. Now, let's be real. Almost nobody teaches this chapter. And not because it's unimportant, but because it's unfamiliar. And that's exactly why I'm here, your brother Nicodemus, to teach the parts of the scripture that we never learn specifically, but what we absolutely need. Because God hid treasures in the passages that we skip. Just saying. For real, for real. If this opened your eyes, stick around because we just getting started. This is Study the Bible, Not the Sermon, where the overlooked becomes the obvious and the boring becomes the breathtaking. Study the Bible, Not the Sermon TV. Brother Nicodemus O. Smith. Until the next video. Man, I'm just saying, man, if the Bible had fine print, I'd read it out loud. 1.